Look what those beavers did to the trail. That's the trail that way. Can you see the blaze in the distance? This is the trail. Wish me luck. Hi, it's day 23. Beautiful morning, but it's gonna rain today. So this stream is the water source. So the move here is to drink my fill of water and then grab enough to last me until the next source, which is 3.5, 4 miles away. It's a trail ahead. The trail behind. You just missed the artillery fire. It's been going off a few times today. It almost always makes me jump. Old coal mining village ruins from the 1850s. Looks like a good place to camp. Okay, so I made it to the next water source, or what was to be my next water source. But here's the situation. So you can probably see a little bit of movement. It is slightly flowing. I mean, you know, if I had to or something, right? But this is not an ideal spot for me to get water. So there's a shelter up ahead. I'm not sure how many miles it is. I'm going to check it out, but it's got like a pipe spring there, so I'm not going to get water here. So walked a little bit further on and found a nice place where it's seeping out of the ground and pooling, and I will get water here. I just got passed by Mulberry, who is headed for Katahdin. There's a lot of flip-floppers out here, but there's also several people who are just doing like Harper's Ferry to Katahdin, you know, so like half the trail. So that's pretty common. So anyway, I have to chug water because we aren't allowed to get water unless we chug our water first. So I'm going to chug water, get water, have a snack, and continue on. It did not rain on me yet, and I'm getting very close to a shelter, so who knows, maybe I'll get there before the rain starts and have a nice long lunch break. This shelter is so cool. Look at this, it's got like stone wall all around it, and looky here. Like water, like right there. So nice. And it's got, you know, a fire pit. Not that I ever start a fire. And it's got this like cool table. Actual steps to get in and out of the shelter. which is nice. Look at this. It's beautiful. Beautiful. I love it. It says, environment. The wilds of nature kindle strong, in most of us the best. Their tranquil silence brings peace. Their changing shadows rest. Come rest a while in this tranquil spot. Look upon the hills for renewed strength. And when at last you must depart, leave the environment clean and smart. Round here you'll find no dump. Your trash is yours to rump, I guess it says. And if you be the next one through, you'll be proud you found it true. Leave nothing but footprints. I just had the coolest experience. This guy and his nephew were out here, Ron and Brandon. And we were just talking. And they were asking me about hiking and stuff. And yeah, anyway, they ended up sharing food with me. So they cut me off a bunch of this. They called it soupy, but it's like pork and spices, and you stuff it into casing, and then you flatten it, and then so it's in these bags, these casing bags, and then you put it in a bucket in your basement in olive oil, and it lasts for years. It tastes like salami. It's delicious. And then he had hand-rolled pretzels. Hand-rolled pretzels. But crunchy, you know, like not soft pretzels. Anyway, it gave me a whole bunch of soupy. It's Polish, he said. And some pretzels. And that's really cool because I kind of needed that if I want to stay at this shelter. I was a little worried because I only have a couple days of food. And the closest place I can resupply is, I think, Lickdale. There's like a KOA campground. I can maybe buy stuff at the camp store, or there's a gas station. And I kind of wanted to stop here and spend the night, especially because there's like a 60% chance of rain, and it's such a cool shelter. But I was worried if I didn't, like, you know, push big miles today that I was going to run out of food. But now that I got soupy and pretzels, I got sustenance. And we had a really good talk too. It was really cool talking to them. Listen, can you hear the rain? It's raining and I'm sitting inside a shelter, nice and dry. The trail is just like, you just constantly feel gratitude, you know? That's what I'm constantly feeling out here, you know? Grateful when you find water. Grateful when you find a place to sit. Grateful to be dry. Like, it's just a constant mindset of gratitude. Day 25, just leaving the shelter after a rainy night, but I was not out in the rain at all, so that's a win. I need to head somewhere to get some more food. I just need to get like enough for, hang on. Okay, I was just saying I need to get enough food to get me, you know, to the next little town. Food is a funny thing. It's like, I mean, you have to have it. You want to have it. But I hate to carry a full food bag. It's crazy. Like, if you did not have to eat out here, I swear this would be like the perfect experience. So, anyway, I'm heading into Lickdale. There's a KOA campground. The Kentucky crew is there with a site already. So, they said I can pay extra and to just like stay on their site. So that's great because the cheap hotel there is $152. That's the hiker rate, and there's no availability anyway. So this is really good for me because if I had to jump back out of town and then walk back to the AT, I'm really not sure, you know, where I would have camped or whatever. So this is just, you know, one of those serendipitous things that happen all the time on the AT where I already know I have a safe place for the night, and I'm just starting out in the morning, and that's a great feeling. So coming up ahead is a place where beavers built a dam and flooded the Appalachian Trail. There was a 1.5 mile like dry route, reroute, blue blaze I could have taken instead of the wet way, but I opted for the wet way. So we'll see if that was a good decision or not in a bit. Listen. So quiet. See what these beavers been up to. So this is probably the part of the day where I get my feet wet and muddy and regret my life choices. Look what those beavers did to the trail. That's the trail that way. Can you see the blaze in the distance? This is the trail. Wish me luck. I made it across. I did get one foot a little bit wet, just like the ball of my foot, maybe a couple toes. Not bad at all. I think all that practicing I did this winter standing on one foot and using a wobble board really paid off for me. My balance is much better than it was last year. Right.
You told me falling off.
No, no, I don't want to do that. Okay, so much for keeping my feet dry. I think I'm just going through this. Back there is where I crossed the stream, and I'm glad I did. The guy I was with was trying to bushwhack up here to the bridge, but had he done so, he would have had to cross here, and it looks deep. I mean, I can just make out the bottom, but it's deep. So he is backtracking to find a dry route, and I'm continuing. Nice little campsite here. I'm not camping, but still appreciate a nice campsite right off trail. I think earlier I said today was day 25, but it's day 24. It's getting confused in my head. Day 24 is today. Okay, so made it to the KOA campground. The Kentucky crew is here. They're letting us tent on their spot. Alright, I've had my shower, my clothes are in the dryer, but they do not have what I need at the camp store. I gotta have some baby wipes, so I gotta go walk to the truck stop. Really hoping they have baby wipes because I heard the gas station does not.